are so looking forward to the performances tonight. All three of our bands have done phenomenal work since their last performance, and I think you're going to be very, very, very impressed with the progress that all three groups have displayed since our last performance in October. We are going to kick things off with the 6th grade band, and before we start, I'd like the families of the 6th grade students to think back to that first performance, think about what was played, think about how they sounded, and listen to this. Thank you so much. So we are so proud of the work that these beginners have done since the first week of October. If you remember at that first concert, we played very short snippets of music, and everybody played the exact same notes at the exact same time. And in just about 6 more weeks, we've gone from that to playing a full-length piece of music where everybody's part is different. We're now playing in harmony instead of in unison with the first Christmas march. We're going to move things along now with some songs out of our book that are also in harmony rather in unison with Jingle Bells. Thank you so much. I always think it's so impressive and so much fun to see how quickly the beginning band can improve from their first day to just the beginning of December. We're really proud of this group. We're very excited for what they have coming up later on this year. We will finish the 6th grade portion of the program with a piece that has quick become a tradition of winter concerts here at Grassland Middle School. Please enjoy Popcorn Prelude. Can we hear it one more time for the members of the 6th grade? Thank you so much. Because tonight's concert features each grade level here at Grassland Middle, 6th grade, who you just saw, 7th grade, who will perform in a moment, and later on this evening, 8th grade. Unfortunately, between each portion of the concert, we do have a little bit of a transition. So what is happening now is our percussionists in 7th and 8th grade are helping get some equipment from that side of the room to this side of the room. And while they're doing that, we can talk about a couple of things. So in your program, you'll see that there are some upcoming dates for all 3 grade levels. We've started to get a better handle on what our spring long-distance field trips are going to look like when the 6th grade band goes to Louisville, Kentucky to perform, and then on to Kentucky Kingdom, and when the 7th and 8th grade bands go to St. Louis, Missouri to perform to the City Museum there, and then to the Six Flags that is in St. Louis. The dates of those trips are in your programs. Information about the 6th grade trip has been sent out via email and home with the students. Final payments for those, I believe, are coming up on, or deposits are due on December 14th. I apologize. Deposits are due, I believe, on December 14th. If you have any questions about those trips, a detailed itinerary will be sent a little bit closer to when the trip is in the spring. If you have any questions in the meantime, please do send us an email. Information about the 7th and 8th grade trips will be coming very, very soon. We're trying to gather as much information as possible before we send out information about that trip. So we do thank you for your patience. This past weekend was the Middle Tennessee School Band and Orchestra Association Mid-State Honor Band Audition. The Mid-State Honor Band is a group that is comprised of the finest musicians in grades 7 and 8 all through the Middle Tennessee area. It is by audition only, very rigorous audition process. And we are very happy to share that 9 students from the 7th and 8th grade band here at Grassland Middle were selected either to be in the bands or were selected as an alternate. If you were one of those individuals in the 7th or 8th grade band, could you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. We're very, very excited for those students. That's open to 7th and 8th grade students only. So beginners next year, if that's something that interests you, that will be an option for you. Percussionists, how are we doing back there? Do I gotta keep talking or are we ready to go? Wonderful, thank you. We appreciate your patience with tonight as we do these transitions. And now we're going to turn things over to the 7th grade band. We're going to be playing 3 pieces, the first of which is called Bring Your Drums, Jeanette Isabella, which is kind of a play on the familiar tune Bring a Torch, Jeanette Isabella. It features our percussion section in the back there. So as you go throughout, you'll probably notice the melody of that carol. This is so weird, I don't know where to face. There's people all around. Sorry. But anyway, featuring our percussion section, and hopefully you recognize this tune. So now I'd like to welcome Mr. Jankowski to the podium to conduct the 7th grade band in their first piece. Thank you, Wayne. It's not just the 6th grade band that has improved so much since our last performance, it's the 7th grade band as well. I think that this group has really made strides in how they sound, in their tone quality. 7th grade is a really interesting and fun year in the band world because we go from being beginners in 6th grade to hopefully just being a band. Rather than being new novices to the instrument. So we talk about how to make even better sounds on our instrument. We get into the nitty-gritty of making the music more nuanced, more emotional, and the music itself that we play gets more complex as we go throughout the year as well. Our next tune is from the film The Polar Express. Please enjoy Believe. Thank you so much. Our last piece in the 7th grade portion on our concert is a rather interesting one. Composer Randall Standridge is really good at writing very interesting and compelling music for young bands. Occasionally it can be a challenge to find music that is of good quality for young ensembles, but Randall Standridge writes really good music. He wrote this next piece called Santa the Barbarian. And essentially, it toys with the idea if Santa, instead of being the jolly individual that we know him to be, were more of a warmonger. So you're going to hear some really intense, energetic sounds from the group. You'll hear some interesting things from our trumpets, our percussion section. And actually, at the beginning of this piece, there's a little bit of narration, and we had the students vote on who they would like to narrate this piece for them. And the consensus was our resource officer, Deputy Dylan Chief. So could you please welcome him? so much. It's such a fun piece. We've had such a good time working on it. Thank you again to Deputy Dylan Cheeks for agreeing to come and do that bit of spoken word. Before I talk a little bit about the 8th grade, I want to say thank you so much for all of your support, for getting your kids here, for braving the parking lot. I know that it is challenging to make sure that everyone gets to where they need to be at the right time and at the right place, especially when there are so many kids involved. There are 220 students in the Grassland Middle School Band program, and the last time that we had... concert with all 3 bands featured on it was 2 years ago when the program was around 135. So there were some logistical things to think through on our end, and I just wanted to say thank you for bearing with us as we try this new format for a concert. The group that you see right here is the 8th grade band. They have done such a phenomenal job all year. We've given them, and I think they would agree, we've given them some quite challenging music. I know that I've had a great time putting this music together with them, and it's just been such a joy to work with them. This group, actually, one further thing before we start, this group was invited to perform at the Music for All Southern Regional Wind Band Festival. Music for All is an organization that hosts competitions for mainly marching band throughout the country, but also for concert band as well. And this year, Music for All decided that they were going to have an invitational competition at Belmont University. And when me and Mr. Jays heard that news, we thought, we need to apply. So we sent in an application, sent in some recordings of last year's 8th grade band, and they were one of 8 bands to be selected to perform at the festival. So that is going to be very exciting. The date of that performance is Saturday, April 6th. We do not have any further information about it at this point, but we are so excited to start working on it with them. The first piece that they are going to play tonight is called Scherzo for Santa. Scherzo is the Italian word for, I believe that it's the word for joke. Pieces of music that are called scherzos are always very fast and kind of mischievous sounding, and this piece is supposed to be about if Santa Claus were a procrastinator and left everything until maybe a few days before Christmas Eve. So you'll hear a lot of panic in the music, and as it gets closer and closer to Christmas Eve, the music gets more and more out of hand. So please enjoy Scherzo for Santa. Thank you. The next piece on our program is entitled All Through the Silent Night. It's a very slow, pretty piece of music that is a mashup of the Austrian carol All Through the Night, along with the more familiar Silent Night. I would like to please welcome Dr. Michael Holland, the band director at Franklin High School. We are very, very proud to be able to partner really closely with Franklin High School. They have wonderful, wonderful groups over there at the high school, and we're very proud to partner with them to be able to provide the best experiences possible, not only in grades 6 through 8, but also beyond at the high school level. So please enjoy All Through the Silent Night, Dr. Michael Holland. I would now like to turn the microphone over to Dr. Holland so that he can say a few words.
Thank you so much. It is an honor to serve as one of the band directors of Franklin High School, along with my colleague, Ms. Brianna Vogt. We have an incredible program at Franklin, and I just want to encourage you to stick with it. The things that these students are already doing and that are the things that are on display tonight are truly incredible, and they have a tremendous opportunity to continue that on into high school. I'll say we have a lot of Franklin band families that are here tonight, also some students that are part of the band at Franklin tonight that are here present, that have some siblings but also are just out supporting their community. And that's what we love about Franklin and the Grassland Cluster. We have an incredible community here to be a part of. and the band is a huge part of that. When your students continue on in band in high school, they're part of one of the largest student organizations in the school, and they're surrounded by some of the brightest minds in the school and in the district. Last year, Franklin High School had 7 National Merit Scholars. 5 of them were a part of our band program. Our senior class last year had $5,265,000 in scholarship dollars offered to them. And so these are the kinds of students that your children will be with and marching alongside on the football field or playing along on the concert stage. So it is a true honor to be a part of this cluster again, and thank you so much.
If anyone has any questions about what band at the high school level is like, the Franklin High School Band Boosters have an information table out in the hallway there. I know they would love if you would stop by, even just to say hello or to ask any questions. The final piece on our program tonight, I am very excited about in particular. This piece will feature our clarinet section in the 8th grade band. And it really needs no other introduction other than the song is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. So please welcome the clarinets to the microphone and enjoy the 8th grade band's performance. Thank you. that's so much fun. I love that. We had such a good time putting that together. Our clarinetists do a fantastic job. Really, really nice. Well, that brings us to the conclusion of our concert this evening. I hope you all enjoyed what you saw. Some individuals that I need to acknowledge very quickly before we all leave. Our principal, Dr. Drinkwine, is here in attendance this evening. He's a great supporter of us here in the band program, as well as Miss Susan Abel, the orchestra teacher here at Grassland. One more group. If you are a faculty member at Grassland Middle School, would you please stand so that we can recognize you? Thank you for your support.